takes a stick and tries to smack the fish with a stick. That was ridiculous. I was like, don't do that. He's just like... Hello everyone, welcome back to Let's Talk Wild. Your girl Tay here, and today I'm bringing you another review of Naked and Afraid Foreign Exchange Translated, Season 1, Episode 5, Crushed in Croatia. Okay, so y'all already know the Croatian forest, got some mosquitoes, some poisonous plants and bugs, you already know. So we got survivalist Max, Navy Marine, and he is a fitness coach now. He's starting off with a Psr of 7.8, and his item of choice was a fire starter. Okay, now we have Julie. She is a sports bar manager, and she's starting off with a Psr of a 6.0, and her item of choice was a knife, and they were given a pot. Okay, so day one, they start off on their 4-mile hike to find a place to camp and look for better resources. Julie is having trouble walking. She's getting thorns on her feet. Max is having his issues with mosquitoes, so he takes a little mud, put some mud on him, take a little mud bath. 4 hours in, Julie starts to get a headache, and she says she's really thirsty, but the river water is not drinkable. Okay, she sits and rests. Max goes out to scout for a good area to camp. Julie starts a fire. Max starts working on getting material to build a shelter because they found a little area or whatever. Max wanted her to help with building the shelter, but she's like, I can't. I'm too thirsty. And Max is like, whatever, it's all in the mind. So Max goes to drink some of the river water. Okay. He says it tastes okay. Julie decides not to drink it because she doesn't want to feel worse. Throughout the hours, she's getting weak. Night 1, she starts to vomit, but nothing is coming up. Day 2, Max goes to find another area to move camp, and Julie is left at the camp and she's suffering. They finally leave and make it to the next area. Julie is cold. Max gets a fire started for her. That was nice. Max gets emotional and stuff like that, cries tears of joy. He gets a pot of water and boils some nettles, of course. He's also throws some snail shells into the fire. Julie wants to take the snails out of the shells and cook them instead of, leaving them in their shells. Y'all know you can get sick and stuff like that if they're not properly cooked. So she was really concerned about that. Max doesn't listen. He continues to cook the snails the way he wants to. Julie doesn't eat or drink anything. She decides to tap out on day 2, y'all. Day 2, she says she has enough problems and going on in life, and she doesn't want to add on to it as far as her body. She starts crying. She's disappointed in herself for quitting. Max is now naked and afraid alone. Okay, so this is gonna be pretty quick. Night 2, the shelter isn't completely built. He says there is a wild boar around his camp, and he urinates around the camp to help keep the predators away. Y'all already know how I feel about that. I don't really care about that. Day 3, he works on his shelter, an A-frame shelter against a tree. And he goes out to find some food. He starts to eat some ants with a stick, and he says it tastes like goat cheese. Ew. Night 3, a thunderstorm starts. Day 4, he's getting weaker as the days go by. The mosquitoes are still an issue for him. Like, they was on him immediately as soon as he got out there. Look, them flies, they like him. They like Max. But day 4, he reinforces the roof of his shelter just in case it rains again. Day 7, he's just talking, saying he wish he could have company. Day 9, he goes out to find some food. He sees some fish, and he takes a stick and tries to smack the fish with a stick. That was ridiculous. I was like, don't do that. He's just like these fish are just like getting out of there. Like, they're not worried about you smacking the water with a stick. Like, I don't think even he got deep enough to even pinch the daggone fish. You're like at the top of the surface, like smacking it. Like, whatever. Night 9, it starts to thunderstorm. Day 10, he kept the fire going all night. He's really tired because he stayed up. He gets emotional. He wants to finish the challenge, but he feels weak. He doesn't want to jeopardize his health. He doesn't have any more energy. He calls the producers in and he decides to tap our Psr Updates. Max lost 15 pounds in his Psr, went from a 7.8 to a 6.8, and Julie lost 4 pounds and her Psr goes from a 6.0 to a 5.2. This episode was weak sauce. It was very weak. So that was it for this episode, y'all. Not too much going on. Follow me on all social media at Let's Talk Wild. I'll throw up my cash app if you would like to donate. And I'll throw up my personal WordPress blog if you would like to get to know me personally, okay? And I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye. Make sure y'all follow, like, subscribe, all that.